I really feel like the field trips is one of the most important parts about it, because you can get out and actually see the plants. And this is just a new thing. We're really trying to grow the chapter, and so reaching out to the public and the field trips is part of it. I'm leading a bunch of them this year. A little bit of background on the park, and a little bit about the geology. I am a geologist, about how all this was formed. The geology of the park is typical of the Channel Scabland. And now we're starting to see these purple flowers here. That's called common camas. That is an extremely important plant for the Native Americans. They dig those up usually in the spring and roast them for 3 days. They have to be roasted for 3 days because they have a carbohydrate. They're not poisonous, but they have a carbohydrate that's only partially digestible when the bulbs are raw. And so when you roast them, it turns that into sugar. If you try to eat a raw camas, you'll have severe intestinal distress, and you'll wish you were dead. There's another camas, another related plant called death camas, and it's named death camas for obvious reasons. You have to be careful when you're digging up the common camas, because the death camas can grow right with it. And it's best to dig them up while the plants are flowering, so that you can see the death camas has white flowers, has a little bit narrower leaf. The flowers have a little bit different form. And so for safety's sake, if you're going to dig up camas, you need to do it while they're flowering. Camas does prefer a wetter habitat, although you will see it on thinner, drier soils. It's mostly in the wetter parts. That tree is introduced. It's an elm tree, barely alive. There are no native elms here, or locust, or box elder. These are pretty much all introduced, those species.
Yeah, TV. Come on, TV. Come on, TV.
Have we ever had any nesting raptors or small types of raptors? Did you say there were some hawks that you saw?
I think there was a red-tailed hawk. I think there was a nest here one year. Raven's nest here and crow's nest here. Probably magpies too.
Okay.
This looks like a grass, but it's not. It's actually a sedge. This is called threadleaf sedge, and provides a lot of good browse for deer. You see deer here? They must go up and down the streets because there's no good corridor in the middle of the night or something. I've had deer in my backyard eating the arborvitaes. The bitterroot, yeah, the pink starts showing up on the outcrops about mid-May. Looks like somebody just threw them on there. The moss is usually greener than this at this time of year. It's actually a fairly dry year. I love this view of down this basalt outcrop here, with the balsam root and the lomatiums on the side here.